Hi, in our last episode, I talked about animal welfare. Is your welfare part 1? And now we are going to be talking about animal welfare. Is your welfare part 2? But if you could recall, we talked about a perspective which was learning to care and caring to learn. And of course, we dealt on learning to care. So it's time for us to talk about caring to learn. Are you ready? Yeah, this is Dr. Praise Akobo, and I'm the newest Farmalat outlier. So today we are to talk about the second aspect, which is caring to learn, and I'm sure that you are ready. And just hold on. At the end of this conversation, we would like you to let us know which of them is much more easier to follow and most important to you. Is it caring to learn or learning to care? So there are 5 C's that you need to really put into check if you want to understand how to care to learn as relates animal welfare. And they are 1. Confidence, 2. Connection, 3. Competence, 4. Character, and 5. Caring. And the first one we talked about is confidence. As basic as this word is you building confidence in your pets? For instance, if you've observed that your pets, when they go to public places, they are usually in distress. So what do you do at that point? So for a start, you don't immediately take your pets to public places where you find a lot of humans. So you can just take them there, but then place them afar so that they begin to get accustomed with such environment, and gradually you begin to see them pick up. And this is why we get to ask certain questions like, if you were the one in that state, what would you do for yourself? So if you can answer that question, what would you do for yourself? It's also the same pattern and strategy you can use for your pets. Okay, so what's the second one? I've already stated that it's connection. So when you think about connection, what comes to mind? Trust, right? But then before we talk about trust, I would have to be comfortable with you before I begin to build that trust with you, right? So it's also the same thing for your pets. Remember that they are sentient beings and they can feel emotions. So they can see when you're making efforts to build connection with them. So if your pets can see that you respect them, you want to be with them and bring up certain games that can actually build certain emotions around them, happy emotions, then you see them begin to trust and want to bond more with you. And as well, you're building connections with your pets. So your competency improves when you press to have a good understanding of your pet's needs. With this understanding, you'll be able to even know what they feel part-time and what they enjoy. So if you can understand what they enjoy, you see yourself begin to like what they enjoy, because like goes hand in hand with trying to solve what that person needs. Imagine related to a human. If you actually have a friend and this person likes this particular thing, you see yourself wanting to understand what the needs of this person is, and you want to sort of help the person solve that needs. So that's also the same thing that applies to your pets. So it means that your animal's competency can be improved by your competency. And number 4, which is character. Now let's see the scenario of a nursing mother. They try to devise new ways of ensuring that their child is in good condition, and you even begin to see them trying to learn some innovative games that can keep their child busy, like all of the chocomelons. I know that nursing mothers can relate with this. Now, it's actually the same strategy that can be deployed for your pet. In Farmalat, we have an amazing product called the tennis ball toy that we get to distribute. And amazingly, this is actually a product that can help improve the mental stimulation of your pet. So having all of these interactive games with your pets, for instance, teaching them basic skills like sit, learn, walk, all of this can improve them, and by that you're improving their character because they are learning basic obedience skills and what is needful that can help them grow as a pet. Now, this number 5 is something that we can all relate with. Remember the saying, it's not how much you know that matters, but how much you care. And that is the same thing that can be applicable to your pets. Because if you can show them so much care, for instance, have you observed if your pets enjoy petting? If you've seen that they enjoy that, you can actually devise means of showing them care in that light. Then you can imagine in cases where your pet has experienced trauma of any sort. We had a case where a particular animal, and it was shared amongst our community, had post-traumatic stress disorder, but because the particular person could identify certain ways that this particular pet loves to be shown care, within the space of 2 months, she was better and she could now get back to the normal behaviors that she gets to exhibit. So these are certain ways you can actually ensure that you are providing an aspect which we call caring to learn for your pet as relates to animal welfare. Thank you for listening, and I remain Dr. Praise Akobo. Please don't forget, like, share, and also do well to comment on this episode, because I believe that it was beneficial for the welfare of your pets.